Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're back here with another Rome 2 Total War episode. Racing legions, racing armies, marching towards the enemies of Rome to crush them horrifically. You know, the usual stuff. The usual stuff. Need to rest that unit out a bit before pushing onwards.
Ready for battle.
That one needs to stop up a bit as well. I'm not going to move it up towards there in case it gets attacked and ambushed, in which case it could very likely end up being in a very, very bad spot. We're largely done here as well. Still more turns to go.
At your command.
Otherwise, just clearing out the blighters here
Ready for battle. We hunger
pretty rapidly for the glory of Rome. I mean, I could deal with down here, but I don't really feel there's an immediate need for it. I'm rather over the Seleucid Empire, so I will be taking them on more directly, shifting up another legion towards the north there. All for the good of Rome. There's certainly some things happening there.
At your command, Commander.
Legions standing at the ready. And of course, just more being trained. Also, we got a fleet here. Oh, right, we also got a legion there. Quite a move. How many naval units was I needed actually? 60, and I'm halfway there. I'll send that one out for now. And we are 4 turns away from getting access to the finest of the Roman army. Another suicide assault here. Easily dealt with. Easily dealt with. How about that one? That is awkward.
Ready for battle, Commander. None will escape.
Support with the second legion, if possible. We'll just rush this one up there and sort of support the mercenaries, I think, if need be. We strike at Cedar. That quickly falls to Roman superiority.
We hunger for battle. At your command. The way is blocked.
So many conquests in so short a time.
Ready for battle. Ready for orders. Fleet reporting.
Well, they now shifted her to a fleet. Fleet should probably be able to deal with that since they're pretty much starving and already damaged. So yeah, that is quickly dealt with. Another victory for Rome.
Your next command. Fleet reporting. We hunger for battle.
I think one more turn of replenishment before sending up north.
Commander.
Plus that I can get this one up, this support. Oh, those are Praetorians, alright.
Fleet. Ready for battle. We hunt at
And the
once.
Legion will
Ready
advance.
for orders.
There's some time to go there before that is ready. Jerusalem shall be the next target for the wrath of Rome.
On the move.
They're very wrathful Rome. Noria will be the next target. That'll also be the end of the Brioche, and then we can sort of focus on those chaps there. We'll move up there.
Ready for battle.
So the 4th Legion, by the way, apparently they didn't spell it like that when they used 4 for Legions. It was actually just 4 ones instead of just the IV, actually. Interesting detail there. There's a lot of Legions that are basically just 4 I's or E's or whatever instead of the IV. So very interesting detail there for those that are interested in that one, which admittedly is an obscure and odd one, but one I nonetheless find interesting personally. So there. So they've sort of managed to extend themselves throughout Germany a bit there. That should be something I can deal with reasonably well. I've still got to deal with that. Failed in that department. Interesting enough, there seems to be somebody slowing down there in a kink, but either way, that should change soon enough. I think that sort of largely cover movements there. Alright. I'd like to be raising a fleet for the invasion of England, since I gotta take that one anyway, so.
Ready for orders. Recruiting more ships for Rome.
Alright, chaps to be boosted in other ways. Alright, that covers it. I think I'll be shifting that legion towards these as well. There'll be nothing further happening there, and so we go onwards for Rome. Glory. Ships moving about there a bit. That was an obvious, result there. Tried to meddle with the Roman legions, ends up dead. How surprising.
Set aside thoughts of war.
Sure, I could do with extra money and I'm not already at war with them. I see. They're taking on much there. Slightly damaged, but I think I do. I got sufficient archers. I've got Praetorians, first cohorts, artillery axes. I'm reasonably sure I can deal with the Brioche here. We're very foolishly. We'll probably pay attention to that. But overall, I think my chances here, victory. Not probably again due to again. Praetorians and first cohorts. The first cohort, by the way, was actually meant to be apparently twice as, which obviously they didn't reflect in the game, but it's just better overall. It's a little fun fact there. That's also an interesting setup here in terms of just how it's all set up. Very interesting. A little fun fact there about the first cohort. And Patrons basically came from sort of Praetor bits, the meant to sort of just meant to guard the sort of headquarters and the likes. And there you go. Also, pretty elite chaps, by the way. Pretty elite chaps. And we have to figure out where they're coming from.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
We shall have a battle. When the time comes, kill your barbarian cleanly and move on.
They are used to whip. They can basically push themselves harder for a brief moment of time there.
First cohort.
Right, they're coming there. Got the artillery flinging in the general direction already. Not really hitting very well though. No hits or kills yet. Just going to speak this out. I'm imagining they're sort of putting their troops together for a bigger assault, which of course is going to mean there's going to be more targets from artillery to hit, and there's a high chance of actually hitting something. Shift towards the flank. Want to give a bit of spawning them. The rain, all the terrain is making it a bit hard to spot them. So setting up the carry to maybe have a better chance of spotting out the bastards would help. Right then. Oh! Oh, would you look at that? Would you look at that? Wait, I thought about... Ah! Bother! Tactical mistake there. Oh. Go figure. Wasn't quite paying attention there and got a bit of a surprise. It's always fun.
Quick march. Praetorians, advance at speed. Legionaries, advance at speed.
Charging across there.
Legionaries, double time.
Our hidden units have been discovered.
Sons of Mars, melee infantry and Jupiter gives us strength. Romans, ready for duty.
Get into the rear lines. Shifting over to the right flank there. Ah, you weren't supposed to get caught up in that, you twerps. Great job there. Chosen swordsman. Does look a bit dangerous.
The general is dead.
Oh! That's a great thing. The general is dead. Some of the skirmishes. Oh, they got caught up there, but they should be making short work of them. Even Oathsworn will be struck me versus the elite Praetorians, so that's great for me.
The men are wavering.
Don't know which men are. Bit difficult to keep track of it all. Oh, there we go. Those are getting absolutely slaughtered by the Praetorians. And the Oathsworn are certainly not having one of the best days either. Guessing it's was some of the cavalry. Looks like though the first go there struck me a bit though. They're a bit on their own, haven't been able to properly support them. Might also get hit by some of the artillery, I guess. Won't be able to deny that one. It's a potential. There you go. They're collapsing. Flank. Strike fear into their rears. Spearmen shaken.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Praetorians making pretty short work of them. Again, they're pretty good for the money you post into them. Pretty good. Move down to support the first cohort. Over here it's pretty much just complete collapse of the lines. Oswald there. I'm going to sort of hit from several sides, crash. I mean, without the general, at least one day already, they're sort of suffering from some issues. It's not really going to get better as things sort of carry on. And this has been a pretty elite army. They had several Oathsworn plus Chosen, so there's, it's been a pretty, important army they've sort of had here. Pretty important one, not just in the usual riffraff, but actually some, hardened warriors here and there. That's a lot of Oathsworn. They're normally sort of general units. I mean, that's at least I think 3 of them. Not a general unit, by the way. So yeah.
Our men flee the field of
That's
battle.
certainly something there.
This is a shameful display.
First cohort run off. That's good, I think. Or at least the cavalry.
Ballista, Commander! Field artillery awaiting orders. Legionaries!
Go.
Missile warriors!
We still got more coming in. But they are losing out.
Hidden units have been discovered.
They are losing out. So in the end, should still be a glorious Roman victory.
Melee infantry at your command! Infantry! Advance! Battle ready! Legionaries! Take that!
Caught some Celtic slingers there. One unit of Oathsworn hanging on there. Others, though, are quickly being gutted. As is right.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
They took care of those units. Excellent. And with that, I think that's pretty much the battle here in its entirety. All of the Oathsworn are more or less broken, except for the one with the general, and that's not going to last much longer either. They have been very swiftly dealt with by the Praetorians, very swiftly, plus the archers probably also helping quite nicely. So there you go. A rousing defeat there. For them, not for us. It's a glorious victory. They lost 2,000, and again, they've all... So that pretty much means Noreria should fall, since that was the garrison plus 2 armies there, basically gutted for all intents and purposes. Which also means I can just sort of shift one towards the Bori, further, harder, faster, more gloriously. So tricky to keep track of all the towns there's something going on in at this point, to be honest. There. Tarsus has fallen to the Parthians, who seem to have actually secured most of it. There's Dura and there's Salamis. That's really all they got left, I think. So it looks like the Parthians will be my next war target.
We hunger for battle. None will escape.
And with that, the Bruci are gone.
Ready for battle. At once, Commander.
Legions within supporting range of each other.
Is that all? Ready for orders.
Gotta build up that navy as well.
Ready for orders.
I could try and storm roads with a combined infantry navy thing there. I think I'll try that. That could work out surprisingly well, or not. But yeah, Parthians up next. How are they sort of looking strength-wise? Alright, they look like they have a bit more power behind them, but they're still not quite as strong as me. But obviously they got a more concentrated over there, whereas, well, my strength is a lot more spread all over the bloody place. Bit more to go, then I'll be replacing a lot of the units here. The Sokia started, the regular ones will be replaced. Actually, I could do that just as well now. There's no threat immediately there. And setting up a military outpost there as well. Mesha. Since I imagine that will help against the Parthians down the wall there. Here we also got a legion which we'll send towards Bursis. I think we'll sort of just try and siege them out there. Force them to attack us if possible. I think we'll sort of call that a day for now. Let's end the turn. Alright. Looks like some bigger battle happening here. A lot of stuff, but also a lot of weaker troops. I got the artillery. I got a lot of legionnaires. It's a bit risky though, it's a bit risky. A lot of pikemen. Awful lot of pikemen plus war elephants. I prefer to attack with 2 legions here and fight with them. But obviously they might not be interested in that one. I mean, again, it's a lot of legionnaires, then I still got 2 like ballistas. It's not all bad. I mean, those ballistas can do a lot of damage, and Legionnaires again can also fight well. The problem is there's just so many pikemen, so I think I'll pull back and hope to get close enough to the legions. There you go. In this case, they quickly break off, which then makes a counterattack easier for me. It is an oddity the AI occasionally does, so just sort of trying to stick together for greater strength. It then proceeds to split up its own, which really does it no favors. There you go. Big battle up north. That's going to be won by us. We got loads of artillery. Yes, we got the Extraordinary as well. We just got range firepower. I'll decimate them. So they are not going to have a fun time. Right, first up. Organise those chaps into a decent front line. Set up the artillery behind.
Longbow hunters! Orders! Ballista! Ready for battle!
Right, slightly extend the line here. Actually, we will shift out there, make a gap in the centre for the polybosses. Basically giving them a nice clear arc of fire, decimating the opponent's centre alongside the artillery. Carabiner set up on one side, Extraordinary on another. Skirmishers will further support the Extraordinary.
General!
So there we go.
Siege artillery awaiting orders. Have you ever seen a bigger collection of moon-faced, slack-jawed,
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
What? It's easy to see why we call them barbarians.
There you go, artillery hitting in on the approaching army. That's just for the first level of artillery. Of course, we've got the other. Quickly hitting their veteran spears. Certainly taking their veterans out of them that way. Ha ha ha. And that's before the Polybolos has its way. Almost 100 kills in just a few volleys there. Closing in at 200. Reminds me of one case during a siege, I think it was Jerusalem, when the Jews were rebelling. There was basically one case of a shot from a ballista knocking the head off a soldier, and there's another case where basically knocked out the baby of a pregnant woman while tearing off the stomach as well there. A bit gruesome. Not sure where they're firing now. These Polyboloses. I think they're all firing for some reason at the exact same units, which is not making an awful lot of sense.
Our hidden units have been discovered.
Your orders? Ballista! Fire on the enemy! Polybos! Bulge!
Okay, I don't need them Right, you can shoot those chaps. You can shoot those chaps. Possible. Breaking through here.
The men are wavering.
Back, men, back! Extraordinary! Extraordinary! Sucky! Legionaries! Battle ready! Sons of Mars! Legionaries!
Quick strikes to the
One
rear
of our
by the
units has used all its ammunition.
Extraordinary.
Hunters! Fully boss! In service ready! Extraordinary!
Hitting the slingers. So we hear units just being broken apart by the might of Roman legionnaires.
Romans ready for duty!
Back those one before they get caught up in two heavy engagements there, which they won't be able to win. You screw up there, I think.
Legionaries!
Heavy freemen falling apart gloriously.
Extraordinary! By your command! Extraordinary! Extraordinary! Proud Romans all!
Oath sworn, I think so, called sword followers. There we go. Heading into the rear elements.
Legionaries!
Taking those apart pretty rapidly.
Shock cavalry ready! For glory!
The battle is turning in our favor.
Ready to ride! To charge!
And with that, they're rapidly falling apart. Here it's a complete collapse now of the Bory army. As they're getting completely overwhelmed in a matter of moments. There we go. Even the leader has to give up. Utterly crap.
Waiting for more orders.
Only the great is dead.
Nope. Gotta keep expanding, gotta keep growing for Rome.
Yes. For honor. Fleet. Put your backs into your orders. You men. It is an honor to serve Rome.
We seem the raid getting absolutely wrecked by the boy.
March. Commander, we take this settlement for Rome. Ready for battle. None will escape.
And we seize Istros, which is the capital. Well,
Power before
was their
Rome.
capital. There's another Roman town. And I'm at full Imperium too, and I got access to a gold mine. That's splendid. That is absolutely splendid. But I think we'll be stopping here, so thank you all for joining in. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you didn't, subscribe, like, share, and comment on it. This is Imperial Dane signing off. I'll be back in another 2 days' time with another episode. Cheers, everybody.